Hi there, my name is Rich Sermonello. I'm a professional photographer and Amazon influencer, and today I'm going to talk to you about the Portkeys 5-inch monitor, the PL5. When you open up the box, you'll notice that it comes in a hard case, which seems kind of cool until you try to repack it. It's actually very difficult to repack. But what the monitor comes with, it's not the battery. All right, it comes with the flat screen. It comes with this hot shoe, cold shoe with a 1/4-inch thread at the bottom mount so that you can put it on a light stand or put it on top of your camera in the hot shoe. And it detaches. It can be screwed onto the bottom or it can be screwed onto the right side, so you can mount it vertically or stick it on the side, however you want to mount that. So I'm going to put that back in. It does come with a USB memory card, which I have stuck here in the bottom. There's a USB port at the bottom. Very tight, super tight. All right, and then it comes with this hood, which is actually 3 pieces. So the hood itself is 1 piece and it folds, but you have to put on 2 side brackets in order to attach the hood. And to be quite honest, putting the hood on was kind of a pain in the butt. It was a lot harder than I expected it to be. And now that I've gotten it on, I don't want to take it off. But eventually I'll have to take it back off to put it in the box. The controls are pretty simple. There's a lot of on-screen controls when the unit is powered on. Right now it's not on. And there's only 3 buttons on the top. One of the tricky bits was I had a really hard time installing the battery in the back, okay? And it takes a standard battery. It's not included. But it comes with NPF batteries. It doesn't come with NPF batteries. It takes NPF batteries, or 1 NPF battery. So I had a really hard time getting a battery in here. I'm thinking, man, this thing is not right. It doesn't fit. Well, got to read the manual. You actually have to unlock the battery with your finger here while you put the battery in, and it goes in nice and easy. If you try to do that while it's still locked, it's going to not work. So that's lesson learned there. Okay, so I've attached the battery. Remember, battery's not included, so you need to bring your own. And then you've got a lock switch to lock the on-screen controls so you don't accidentally touch them. And then you've got a power switch. So we'll put the power switch on. Little green light goes on. Monitor should come on in a second. Maybe I have it locked. Nope, it's not locked. Yeah, well, oh, yeah, it's coming on. Just takes a second. Okay, so there it is. Great. All right, now, the kit also comes with full-size HDMI to HDMI. Unfortunately, this does not work with my Canon camera. I need to have a mini HDMI to HDMI, so this cable is not usable for at least my Canon camera. And it comes with 2 USB cables. One is C to C and one is C to A. Now, these are for video capture, because not only is this a monitor, but it's also a video capture card. What that means is I can use this to capture video and send it into my computer via USB, which is pretty nice. Double check the manual, but the input is, I think, 4K on the HDMI, but the output is only 1080p. I think that's, if I understand that correctly, so just beware that you're not going to output 4K. And on the sides, you've got the USB, which works also as a power port, but also as the capture port. So you connect this to your computer. Here's an HDMI out, and if you want to go to a larger screen or something, and then here's the HDMI in. So I have my Canon DSLR set up here. I'll put this on the top, and I'll leave it facing the video here. Now, as I said, the HDMI cable that my camera takes is a mini HDMI, so I was not able to use the included cable. So this is a cable that I had on my own, this blue cable here. So we're going to attach that, and then I will turn on the live view. And after a moment or two, it should come up on the screen. There we go. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but it's there, I promise you. All right, now, if I want to use the capture feature, I can go from the USB-C port into the USB-A on my laptop. I've got an older laptop here too. So I go out to here and then I throw it in this USB port. And I'm using an application on my desktop called Ecamm. Ecamm Live, and Ecamm Live is like a little streaming studio. So right away it picked up because I had it attached a moment ago, so right away it picked up this that you're seeing here is coming directly from the camera. So everything works. It's pretty nice the way it works. I think the 5-inch screen is a good size. There are controls on the screen, so you can have a little sharpness indicator. You can change some of the coloration on there, and it works pretty well. So overall, I think it's a really good piece of equipment. Now, when you try to pack it back in the box, that's going to be a bit of a trick because it's really tight in here. And I think since the HDMI cable doesn't work with my Canon camera anyway, I'm probably going to not repack that. And if I'm using my old laptop, it's a USB-A, so I don't need this C-to-C port either. So that'll save a little bit of space in the box. But it's good that it actually comes with a hard case, and that should keep it pretty safe. So if you're in the market for a little 5-inch screen, I think this is a pretty good deal. Remember that the battery is not included. Remember that you need to have the right HDMI cable for your equipment. And also remember that the HDMI output is not going to be as high resolution as the input. Beyond that, I think you've got a pretty solid piece of equipment here, and I recommend it. Hope this helps.